From the mundane to the utterly mind-boggling, the world of science is a playground of curiosity. We've all heard of Newton's apple and Archimedes' bathtub, but some experiments venture far beyond the realm of the ordinary. Get ready to question everything you thought you knew about the limits of human curiosity, because today, we're diving headfirst into the top 10 most bizarre experiments ever conducted. Buckle up, it's going to be a wild ride through the annals of scientific history. These experiments force us to confront the complexities of scientific progress and the responsibility that comes with unlocking the secrets of the universe. Picture this, 1971 Stanford University. A group of students volunteer for an experiment on prison life, randomly assigned roles as guards or prisoners. Within days, the mock prison devolved into a disturbing display of power dynamics. The guards embraced their roles with unsettling enthusiasm, subjecting prisoners to psychological torture. The experiment, intended to last 2 weeks, was shut down after just 6 days. The Stanford prison experiment serves as a chilling reminder of the potent influence of situational factors on human behavior. It's a stark illustration of how easily we can succumb to the roles we're assigned, even when they clash with our personal morals. In the wake of World War II, the world grappled with the horrors of the Holocaust, questioning how seemingly ordinary people could participate in such atrocities. Enter Stanley Milgram and his infamous obedience experiment in 1961. Participants were told they were involved in a study on learning and memory. Their task? To administer increasingly powerful electric shocks to a learner, an actor unbeknownst to the participant, every time they answered a question incorrectly. As the learner cried out in simulated pain, the participant would often hesitate, questioning the ethics of their actions. However, the experimenter, an authority figure in a lab coat, would urge them to continue, emphasizing the importance of the experiment. The results were startling. Over 65% of participants administered the highest level of shock, despite their own moral discomfort. The Milgram experiment revealed the unsettling power of authority figures to influence our actions, even when those actions conflict with our conscience. It serves as a stark reminder that even the most ordinary individuals are capable of inflicting harm under the pressure of obedience. Imagine being a young orphan, already grappling with feelings of abandonment and uncertainty. Now imagine being subjected to an experiment that could potentially make you a social pariah. That was the grim reality for 22 orphans in Davenport, Iowa, in 1939. Wendell Johnson, a prominent speech pathologist, wanted to prove that stuttering was a learned behavior, influenced by negative reinforcement. To test his hypothesis, he divided the children into 2 groups. One group received positive speech therapy, praising their fluency. The other group, labeled stutterers regardless of their actual speech patterns, endured months of humiliation and criticism. The results were heartbreaking. While the children who received positive reinforcement thrived, those subjected to negative therapy suffered long-term psychological effects. The monster study, as it came to be known, was so ethically reprehensible that its results were hidden for decades, fearing public outrage. In the annals of medical research, few studies are as ethically reprehensible as the Tuskegee syphilis study. This 40-year-long experiment, conducted by the U.S. Public Health Service from 1932 to 1972, targeted impoverished African-American sharecroppers in Macon County, Alabama. These men, lured by the promise of free medical care, became unwitting subjects in a study on the progression of untreated syphilis. What they weren't told was that they were infected with the disease, or that effective treatments, like penicillin, were available. The researchers chose to observe the devastating effects of syphilis on the human body, even as the disease ravaged the men's health. The Tuskegee syphilis study is a shameful testament to the dangers of scientific racism and medical exploitation. It's a stark reminder of the importance of informed consent and the ethical imperative to prioritize patient well-being above all else. This horrific experiment led to significant changes in U.S. law and regulation regarding the protection of participants in clinical studies. It serves as a chilling reminder of the long-lasting consequences of medical misconduct. Imagine a world where our deepest fears are learned, shaped by our experiences. That's the premise behind the Little Albert experiment, conducted in 1920 by John B. Watson. Little Albert, a 9-month-old infant, was subjected to experiments to test the conditioning of fear responses. Watson and his student paired the presentation of a rat with a loud noise, leading to a conditioned fear response. Soon, Albert exhibited fear of other furry objects, including a rabbit, a dog, and even a Santa Claus mask. The experiment had a profound impact on our understanding of learning and behavior. Scientific research. In the realm of creepypastas and internet lore, few tales are as chilling as the Russian sleep experiment. This alleged experiment, said to have taken place in the late 1940s, has become the stuff of nightmares. But is there any truth to the legend? The story goes that Soviet researchers, eager to test the limits of human endurance, exposed 5 political prisoners to an experimental gas designed to keep them awake for 30 days straight. Sealed in a chamber, their every move monitored through one-way glass, the subjects descended into madness as the days turned into sleepless nights. As the tale goes, the gas, while effective in keeping the subjects awake, also induced paranoia, hallucinations, and violent behavior. While the gruesome details of the Russian sleep experiment have captivated imaginations for decades, there's no credible evidence to support its existence. The Russian sleep experiment, it seems, is a chilling example of how easily misinformation can spread, especially in the age of the internet. The idea of a human-chimpanzee hybrid has long captivated imaginations, but could such a hybrid exist beyond fantasy? Ilya Ivanovich Ivanov, a Russian biologist, reportedly attempted this in the 1920s. The scientific community dismisses a viable hybrid due to genetic differences, but the ethical implications are profound. Such experiments raise questions about humanity, ethics, and the moral status of hybrids. In the annals of bizarre experiments, few are as mind-bending as injecting an elephant with a massive dose of LSD. In 1962, at the Lincoln Park Zoo, Warren Thomas and his team sought to understand LSD's effects on elephants. Their subject? Tusko, a 3,000-pound bull elephant. They injected Tusko with 297 milligrams of LSD, over 3,000 times the human dose. Tusko trumpeted, collapsed, and went into seizures. The researchers tried to revive him with antipsychotics, but Tusko died within an hour. This cruel experiment highlights the importance of ethical considerations in animal research. In the realm of conspiracy theories and fringe science, few tales are as captivating as the Philadelphia experiment. This alleged military experiment, said to have taken place in 1943, has all the elements of a science fiction thriller: invisibility, teleportation, and a government cover-up. The US Navy attempted to render the USS Eldridge invisible to enemy radar. The ship was supposedly shrouded in an electromagnetic field. According to legend, the Eldridge vanished from radar and sight, teleporting from Philadelphia to Norfolk, Virginia, and back. The consequences for the crew were catastrophic, with sailors suffering from radiation sickness and mental instability. While debunked by scientists and historians, it continues to capture the imagination, fueled by government secrecy and the allure of the unknown. From the depths of human psychology to the far reaches of consciousness, we've explored 10 of the most bizarre scientific experiments ever conducted. These experiments offer a glimpse into the complexities of scientific progress and the responsibility that comes with unlocking the secrets of the universe. As we've seen, the pursuit of knowledge can be a double-edged sword. While it has the potential to improve our lives immeasurably, it also has the capacity to inflict harm if not tempered by ethical considerations and a deep respect for human dignity. If you're hungry for more mind-bending explorations of science, history, and the unknown, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below letting me know which experiment you found most intriguing.